A day after it was passed in the Lok Sabha, today Union Minority Affairs Minister Kiren Rijiju introduced the Waqf Amendment Bill in the Rajya Sabha, emphasizing that it's not against Muslims or aimed at hurting religious sentiments. It was another day of fiery back and forth between the government and opposition. Union Minister JP Nadda said, "We don't do lip service but real service." He also said the legislation is aimed at the national interest and not vote bank politics. But the opposition hit out. The Congress said the government was doing communal polarization and that a misinformation campaign had been mounted over the Waqf Bill, while the DMK said the BJP stance towards Muslims is one of exclusion, marginalization and dispossession.
ट्रांसपेरेंसी को, अकाउंटेबिलिटी को, एफिशिएंसी को, ये तीन बड़ा पैमाना है। ये हमारा पूरा एक्सरसाइज जो है इस पे केंद्रित होता है। कई बार लोगों ने हमारा खिलाफ, इस बिल का खिलाफ, इस प्रस्तावना के खिलाफ में लोगों ने कहना शुरू किया, तो मैं आज जरूर इसका जवाब देना चाहता हूं कि हम किसी का धार्मिक भावना को चोट पहुंचाने के लिए नहीं है।
इनको 2024 में इनको याद आ गया वक्फ बोर्ड ड्रैकोनियन लॉ है, कम्युनिटी को अपील कर रहे हैं। 2024 में याद आया। क्यों 2024 में याद आया? 10 साल क्यों आपको याद नहीं आया? 2024 में इसलिए याद आया क्योंकि 400 का नारा इनको दिए थे, 2240 में निपट गए थे। इनको अब समझ में नहीं आ रहा कैसे अपना वोट बैंक बढ़ाएं। इस एक्ट को लेके आके कम्युनल पोलराइजेशन करने का काम कर रहे हैं।
हम लिप सर्विस नहीं करते हैं, हम रियल सर्विस करते हैं। वी डू द रियल सर्विस। 50 years later, 100 years later, we will not be there. But the course of action which we take today, that is going to make India stronger, that we have to understand. और आपने 70 साल का एक्सपेरिमेंट करके देख लिया। 70 साल का एक्सपेरिमेंट आपने करके देख लिया, बांट करके देख लिया, वोट के पीछे पढ़ के देख लिया। 2013 का अमेंडमेंट ला करके भी 2014 में वहां बैठने के लिए मजबूर हो गए।
They say that it is only administration purpose. No, it is not so. It is not reform. It is to control and to take over the administration of a certain community, since it is anti-secular and ultra-virus of the constitution. The solution is 5 kilometers away. The Supreme Court is there to struck down, if at all it is legislated or passed. It will. We are very certain about it. The government says often, सबका साथ सबका विकास, but they have a different policy for Muslims: exclusion, marginalization and dispossession.
Now, there were several interventions and face-offs also during the debate. Home Minister Shah intervened, which was then objected to by Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, while Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman also intervened for the government. She spoke out over a table banging by the opposition.
ये जो डिस्प्यूट है वो इतना ही है कि अगर ट्रिब्यूनल के फैसले से कोई असंतुष्ट है तो ये भूमि का मामला है। इस पर सिविल सूट होना चाहिए। सिविल सूट में अधिकारों के बहुत वाइड रेंज होती है। इन्होंने इस पर अपील का प्रोविजन 2013 के कानून में रखा ही नहीं है, तो रीट के कार्य क्षेत्र में हाईकोर्ट के सामने जाता है। रीट का कार्य क्षेत्र बहुत संकरा होता है, तो जो ट्रिब्यूनल का फैसला होता है वो फाइनल होने के चांसेस 99% हो जाते हैं। जिनकी भूमि है इसका अधिकार जाता रहता है। मान्यवर, एक गलतफहमी फैला रहे हैं,
वो बात कर रहे हैं। और हमने रिजू जी साहब का तो बहुत शांति के साथ सुना, और रात में भी कल आपका भाषण वहां पर भी टीवी में पूरा सुना। कम से कम वो जो उन्होंने तैयारी करके लाए हैं, उन्होंने भी पढ़ के आए, वो तो कोई ऐसे वैसे बात नहीं कर रहे हैं। इसके ऊपर गंभीरता से अध्ययन करके वो आए हैं। उनका फ्लो बीच में चले जाता, विचार चले जाता। तो इसलिए मैं आपसे कृपा करके विनती करता हूं, उधर के लोगों को टोकना बंद करने के लिए कहो। When personal allegations are made, you give a chance to clarify it. Just 10 seconds.
I will do that,
10
sir.
seconds.
I will do that. I will do that. After the speaker completes, I'll just clarify, get a clarification.
You now only 30 seconds.
But after the Home Minister spoke, the chair has given him a permission. He stood and spoke. He even went to the extent, I'll recall what he said. I'll recall what he said. If he has not said it, let him correct me. He said, none of us were present in the house. There was one journalist. Action was, all this was said after the permission was given. How many times for one reference will he have to be given the chance to speak? He was given the chance. He spoke. We all heard it. Matter closed. Then you said, called up Sukendra Shekhar Roy. How many times, sir? Please, and if Sri Nadimul Haq doesn't want to speak, call the next person.
Now, fallout of the Waqf Bill for the JDU and senior leader Mohammad Qasim Ansari has resigned from the party and all his posts over the party's stand on the Waqf Amendment Bill. In a letter to JDU President and Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar, Ansari expressed deep disappointment over the party's support for the Waqf Bill, and he said that millions of Indian Muslims had trusted the JDU to uphold secular values, but that faith was now shattered. Well, let's go across to Aishwarya now for more. And Aishwarya, so after the Lok Sabha yesterday, today in the Rajya Sabha, the Waqf Bill expected to be passed, and today also it's expected to go on till very late.
Well, certainly, and so far out of 42 speakers, 21 speakers have spoken both from the Treasury and opposition benches. It is, of course, at least 20 odd members who still, would be speaking in the later half, and certainly the Rajya Sabha would go till midnight to pass the historic Waqf Amendment Bill 2025. But it was an interesting day so far. Heated arguments, interventions from the Finance Minister to Home Minister to Minority Affairs Minister, and just now we saw how it was Finance Minister who intervened, and when Kapil Sibal was arguing on one of the points. So it was a very interesting debate that went on, but it all started with Kiren Rijiju, Union Minority Affairs Minister, putting out his point as far as the introduction and tabling the bill in the Rajya Sabha is concerned. But later we saw the Bharatiya Janata Party President JP Nadda was one amongst the speakers for the Bharatiya Janata Party, clarified and also lashed out at the Congress party for spreading misinformation regarding this bill and giving it a communal. It is Mr. Nadda who stated that 50 or 100 years later, we will not be there, but the course of action which we take today is going to make India stronger. He also said that the opposition experimented discriminating people for 70 years, and now it is Bharatiya Janata Party under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi who is giving the country a right direction, and also something that people will remember for a very, very long time. But it was Abhishek Manu Singhvi, as I was mentioning just few hours before, spoke and he said that there are less reforms and more doubts in this bill, to which it was intervention that was given by the senior members from the Treasury benches as well. From Samajwadi Party to IUML to Aam Aadmi Party, all have spoken. And DMK went to an extent that Supreme Court is just 5 kilometers away from the parliament. And they are definitely going on that particular path because they are going to oppose this bill. Tamil Nadu Assembly had already passed a resolution against the Waqf Bill, and they will be certainly knocking the doors of the Supreme Court if this bill passes from the Rajya Sabha. The government is very sure that they have the numbers in their hands and they will be passing this bill tonight. But certainly more speakers to speak as we are witnessing the heated debate inside the upper house of the parliament.
That's right, and the opposition accusing the government of bulldozing the bill through parliament. Thanks so much, Aishwarya, for joining us with all those details of what went on in the Rajya Sabha today.